Helping local communities that feel neglected. Jacksonville Councilman Terrance Freeman is calling for a citywide assessment for revitalization and redevelopment.
He says he's tired of seeing some communities get help and not others. 4 areas to focus on include Woodland Acres, Mixon Town, Lackawanna, and Magnolia Gardens. News4Jax reporter Janice Harris spoke to the councilman, who will discuss the proposal tonight.
I believe so.
Jacksonville Councilman at Large Terrance Freeman says he wants more attention given to every community in the consolidated city for redevelopment. To get that process going, he's written Resolution 2024-337. It encourages the mayor to do a citywide assessment to determine what each community needs to improve it. The idea was sparked during a discussion about Durkeeville being assessed for revitalization during an April 15th Neighbors Community Services Public Health and Safety Committee meeting.
A citywide approach to this piece of legislation.
With this resolution, though it doesn't enforce anything, what is your goal with this resolution?
My first goal was to kind of land the plane and make my point. So my goal with this was just to put those thoughts that I had and I was sharing into action and into writing. And that's simply saying, if we look at one area, let's take this opportunity. Let's not miss this opportunity to look at all of them in need.
Freeman said he found 4 to 5 areas that have the highest percentage of poverty and believes those same communities typically suffer from crime, a neglected infrastructure, a lack of jobs, and food opportunities. Freeman says he pulled the data from the census and the city's research department. I've requested that data. The areas included Woodland Acres, Mixon Town, Lackawanna, and Magnolia Gardens. My photographer and I took a trip to 2 of the communities Freeman mentioned, Mixon Town and Lackawanna.
Lackawanna's back over in there. So Lackawanna's back over there.
I talked with Linda Harris. She's lived in the community over 20 years.
What else do you think Mixon Town needs?
I think they're taking care of the drainage. I think they need some more police control around here because we have a lot of activities going on around there that shouldn't be.
And shared her thoughts about the resolution.
As far as this resolution, what are your thoughts about having a county-wide assessment to identify opportunities for capital improvements?
That'll be one of a good idea to do that.
Why do you say that?
Because we need it. We need the most important thing. We need it. You know, so the community can get engaged in a lot of other activities and stuff around here.
If the resolution passes, he hopes funding is made to include this into the 2024-25 budget.
You're going to see an advocate fighting for those voices who haven't been heard. And that's the one thing that I just want to continue to say.
Freeman also told me he hopes that everyone sees his heart when it comes to this. He simply wants there to be a benefit for the entire city/county. In addition to that, he said he's never heard of any administration having a county-wide assessment and hopes that this is something that will be approved going to the fiscal year for 2024-2025. Also, when it comes to the mayor, she has pledged since she became mayor that she planned on working on infrastructure within the entire county and also making wrongs right from consolidation promises that were never fulfilled decades ago. Reporting live from City Hall, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
And you heard Councilman Freeman there, really tapping into something that people have been complaining about in Jacksonville for years, and that is how money on one side of the community or infrastructure is put in on one side of the community is not necessarily spent on the other side. So it's good to see that maybe there will be some balance in where the money is spent.
And you and I travel to those communities regularly, and we hear it all the time, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully something happens.
Yeah, especially with the septic tank issue in Jacksonville. That was a promise of consolidation, and now the city is fulfilling that promise 60 years later.
All right.